Revealing area.
Coming in.
Let me throw this. He's backed up a bit.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, he's getting it on this edge here, which I think does matter.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, it does a lot. Notice that's gonna reveal close right. Can I get somebody in the custom to confirm this though?
Revealing area. There they are. Scanning ahead.
Okay, look at that. You're not dodging that. Okay, and that's very important to know. We'll put it in the playbook. He's just standing a little back and he's just aiming at this tip, full charge. Very easy to throw. Very effective. Whew.
Running.
Take flight.
Cypher's beam in.
Out of charges.
Go Cypher. Have orb, have orb.
Oh, bro.
Down,
Bro. Pro analysis now happens every Monday through Thursday live on stream. I choose the best one each week to upload to YouTube. The rest of the VODs are all available to tier 3 subscribers on Discord. Thank you so much for the support. Enjoy the analysis. We're doing Derek. Everybody wants Breeze, huh? Even though I've already given you all the Breeze tech.
30
My
seconds
oldest
All right, he's about to use a recon that's not in my Breeze guide, but is very similar to one that is in my Breeze guide. He's going to aim it here. Well, he is aiming it there. And he's going to do 1 bounce max charge with no jump, which will land, I believe it lands back here. In this corner. Yes. And this dart will reveal this area. Okay. So it's a slight variation on the other dart that I've already shown in the Breeze guide. Same idea though. I'll put it in the playbook. I got you. You stand in this corner. Say dart. That's going to, I'm going to draw its path a bit because otherwise you might forget how to aim it. Oh yeah, it goes like that. Full charge, 1 bounce, and it's just like, I don't know, it's up and to the left of this little mark on the thing. Okay, this is actually important. I'm gonna pause. This is new Breeze bullshit. This did not happen on old Breeze nearly as often, because on old Breeze you used to also be able to route this way and there was no wall here and you could peek this way. It was very unjustifiable to peek shops like this or play this line into shops. Sometimes people would jiggle this line. Like I do have a clip where I got an ace actually doing this. Way more common for people to play over here in like old Breeze as opposed to directly fighting this line. And the reason why is because notice that when I'm on this line, I can walk this way to unswing that angle and get out. Okay, keep that in mind. When this used to be not a wall, that was not a thing. Because think about it now. If I were to route this way on old Breeze, I'd be exposing myself to danger over here. And so playing over here was more of a cheese, like eco round or hard commit angle. You'd only see like a Jet do it, maybe a Yoru, somebody who could really get out for sure. But now anybody can play here. Viper can play here and she can get out, just running this way, no problem. And so this angle's become way more prevalent. And so the way that you scale shop now has changed, where deady peeking this line right here is essential. It's essential. You can't lazily clear this. You peek this, even hold it for a bit, and then continue your skill. You're going to see this repeatedly on these hits. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. There is a strat I'd like to call out. This is unrelated to SOVA. But, okay, on Breeze, people love buying marshals and long-range weapons on round 2. And here we are facing some long-range weapons. Try calling this on an eco strat where you want to hit A. Tell your Viper to throw the wall like this. Like, this is against a buy round when you're on eco. This wall like really makes these martial players really angry because you're effectively fighting for no control. You just like all walk up here and then just YOLO drop the wall and all fight immediately, like pop through and try to get the bomb down. It's a fun eco strat. Okay, pretty unjustified that we have another marshal. We bought too much last round. We're gonna see a lazy dart almost surely. Yep. Ooh, it gets info. Okay. So you saw him just jump up here, no problemo. And if you've watched me play at all, you've probably seen me jump up, no problemo. This is just an interesting tidbit about this map. You can kind of just jump up here at certain timings. The safest timing I found is 1:30. And that's exactly what DERREK is jumping up. Let me go to defense side and unpause the timer to try and show you what it looks like. So let's be this guy first, who may walk elbow.
Okay.
So they'll be like here. Then they'll start backing up. And they'll be peeking here. And then like 130, you're jumping up and you're chilling. They're not down here yet. They'll get down here closer to like 120, 125. And you do not want to jump up while they're down here because they'll see the barrel of your gun. We saw this in Fnatic versus DRX. You'll get killed for free. People haven't really been playing Nest much at all, but if they do, they rarely play it like this because it's actually pretty tough to flick over here and beat the dude. Believe it or not, like if they're playing Nest, they will not be holding you here. And you can actually jump up and this fight is not bad. It's not bad. In fact, if you're like pre-aimed pretty decently over here, you're chilling. And you always want to be pre-aimed on this side generally when you jump up because no dude is going to be over here holding his like elbow. They're only going to be over here holding that if they have a dude scaling elbow, which just doesn't make sense on the timing. So 130, hop up here if you're feeling ambitious. Like if you're really hunting a fight. And keep in mind when you hop up from this level to this level, you need to be crouched. So you jump up from this to this, you have to crouch first. Because if you don't crouch, look, I'm actually spotting.
Right here.
Head height. Nest.
1 HP.
You'll live.
Camera taken.
You see what he just did? I've explained this wall in my breeze guide already, but notice how this is why it's important to understand how other agents are played. Now, at a high level, like in your lobbies, you might not get the Viper who knows how to throw this wall, but it's gonna happen if you get to high enough elo, and you need to know how Viper's played or like what the benefits are of this wall. Like this is why even if you're a duelist player, you should probably be watching my breeze guide because it's important to know that when you see this Viper wall, it's designed for something. And what's it designed for? It's designed for the attackers to threaten that they can be jumping upstairs. Right this way. It blocks that vision line.
Scanning ahead. I have the spike.
All right, he likes to recon doors pretty consistently. He's just starting against the barrier down here. He's not doing anything fancy. He's just
Scanning ahead.
throwing it over. Look at me, SOVA player.
Scanning ahead.
There it is. Ooh, you gotta be careful because if you land it up here, it's not gonna reveal enough. Where's he landing it? You 2-bar it?
Scanning ahead.
No, it's max, and he wants the tip of his jump to hit that thing. And he's over here. Okay.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah. Notice that's landing low enough. I'll just screenshot that and put it in. These details matter a lot. It's hard to see these.
Revealing area.
Coming in me.
Let me throw this. He's backed up a bit.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, he's getting it on this edge here, which I think does matter.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, it does a lot. Notice that's gonna reveal close right. Can I get somebody in the custom to confirm this though?
Revealing area. There they are. Scanning ahead.
Hey, look at that. You're not dodging that. Okay? And that's very important to know. We'll put it in the playbook. He's just standing a little back and he's just aiming at this tip. Full charge. Very easy to
Scanning
throw.
ahead.
Very effective.
A push nest spawn.
Okay, so the reason he's not scoping before shooting, pen flash, he's still in this lobby. Stand against this door over here. Look this way.
Right here.
And then just keep switching between scoped and unscoped. Yes. Okay, look. You see how the barrel moves forward a bit more? Like right here. If I come at this point, you only see his barrel when he's scoped in. You see? So scoping in technically points your barrel out more. And so he's unscoped here because he doesn't need to be scoped in. Because nobody's going to hard clear him. And he'll just scope once he has to take the shot because he's going to reveal his location. He's not scoped because he doesn't have to be. Anybody who drops here is almost never going to be looking this way. And even if they are, we have the advantage. We still get to take the first shot. So he's waiting to scope because he's worried about a dude walking doors. Does that pixel really matter? Yeah, there's no reason not to play for it. He's worried about a dude potentially walking this way, evidenced by the fact that he keeps re-clearing it. And so he's minimizing his threat to that guy. So he only scopes, and you see right here, he immediately checks mid.
Flank and spawn. He's still hopping me. He's still hopping me right here.
Right here.
Break this. There's a trip on me
Scanning
here.
ahead.
I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, this is a pretty common way to try and fight the op. So they're at a numbers disadvantage. He's really trying to make something happen. He's trying to wallbang the op essentially because these boxes are a bit wallbangable.
My ult is ready.
You can see. So he's like trying to ping where the op might be. And like, instead of exposing, wow, I suck. He's essentially trying to dead zone some bullets on the guy through this corner such that he won't even see him.
Yeah, he is.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oof. Yes, if you want to push that Opera off, because they're actually playing they're playing Viper Orb and Trips on B because they're trusting this one op to lock down A. Whoa. Graphics driver crashed. So there's this dart plus drone combo that can I even remember how to throw it? Because I kind of need to know how to throw it to demonstrate it. Is it the tip of the drone like this? Oh, it's the dot of the C. You're right. Chatter who's watched Breeze guide. This lineup's very new. Like I literally just found it for my Breeze guide. So it's not no surprise Derek doesn't know it yet. But if you throw this dart and you come forward and you drone, effectively as you're droning out, this dart lands back here. If I threw it correctly, which I still might not have. I did. It scans the opera back here if they tuck, and your drone will scan them in front. And it allows you to push this guy off. Because the op essentially has to break your drone with their shot, which then means they have to fall back sight because the op can't just fire 2 bullets instantly. And so now your team gets to scale up, and then this recon lands and will reveal them. This is the play that should be happening here. Like in solo queue, if you're the SOVA player, you can call this on your own. Essentially, the enemy team is bolstering up significant more defenses on B than they should be. Their A is a bit weak, but it's an op, and the Derek's team is struggling to push that up. And this is a tool that like SOVA alone can bring to the fight to make that op request additional help holding A. But instead, we're just going to use drone and like one of these laser recons because I don't think Derek knows that dart yet. I can't blame him because the only way he'd know that dart is if he watched my Breeze guide. And what type of pro is going to watch a hecking banana coach on YouTube? I'm going to point it out. A lot of you lack the confidence to do this ever. And it's a problem. Okay. So he gets close to the cover. And he swings really wide to fight the dude. And if you've ever been this gecko, you know that this is something you hate to face. Like you get terrified when the guy confidently peeks out wide and commits to the fight against you. Because it is like a good play to come out here and like take the shot once he's lined it up. But I'll watch your guys' VODs, especially the hecking Ascendant players. You're all guilty of this. You'll peek out to fight like this and you'll never commit to the fight. You'll like never ever commit to it ever. Never ever. It's like, why not? This is pretty much his playbook. He never ended up throwing this B dart because they didn't really go B. And we're very frequently droning out from this area, which is very strong. This drone is effective as hell. Boom, boom. Attack. Let's go to defense. So frequently SOVA's job on this map, and this is actually exactly where I recommend you played in my Breeze guide. This is exactly where I said SOVA should be playing. He's going to be playing fast rotate in this area. So that way he can dart for his team on either side. I'm not sure if he's going to have like these darts that I showed in my guide, but essentially he's going to have a dart for the A flood and he'll have a dart for the B flood. Let's see if I can remember both of them.
Scanning ahead.
Dang, I'm the GOAT. I remembered them. So he had like these 2 darts are broken and you essentially play this fast rotate spot so you can help your teammates on either side. And so regardless of having those darts or not, SOVA does benefit from being able to help both sides as fast as possible. So playing in this region enables him to do that the most. So we're going to recon mid early. I would not recommend.
Are just too valuable. If I was on any other agent, then yeah, I would go
Coming out A.
And this is where he'd want the dart for A.
Heavy A main, like 2.
This spam is really good. Like, I won't be surprised he gets one.
No. They're heavy A main, they're walled out.
That line is so good. Love these darts so much. Good. You should.
Fucking fight him.
They're... I literally leaked tech in that Breeze guide that's ahead of like tier 1 Valorant. A lot of the tech in that guide is a bit ahead of it right now because they haven't prepped this map yet. Easy peasy. Put it in the playbook. Starting here. You recon mid. No lineup necessary. You can throw that one.
Neutralize.
Whew.
Running.
Take flight.
Cypher's beam in.
Cypher main.
Out of charges.
Come on. Go cypher. I have orb, I have orb.
Copy.
Oh,
Nice.
bro.
Off down, half wall.
Bro. I'm not surprised if it's immortal. Okay.
Finesse raid?
He's really liking this shock dart. I'll put it in the playbook. That's interesting. Definitely try this shit out. He's throwing this like nearly instantly at round start. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to get good damage. And then of course he does the famous rotate through mid, retake B, just win. Retake. It's simple. Like just show up and just win the retake. It's easy.
I mean, ranked has been on the slow yeah.
Mid door.
Ranked has been
Yeah,
on
there
the
we go.
slow decline, but this act is just fucking way worse than anything.
Bro, that's the biggest copium shit. This is one of my million pet peeves. People referring to this act as somehow being magically different. It's like 3 days passed and all of a sudden everything got worse. I don't get it. And it's always worse. Nobody ever says this act is so much better. Have you ever heard anybody ever say that? No. Everybody's like, act is so much worse. Is it just me or is the Valorant community sucked lately? Is it just me or is like YouTube getting way worse? Is it just me or is this getting way worse? Bro, when are we just gonna recognize that humans just have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to like looking at the past? Like that's just how it is. Dude, I saw this funny trend. This is unrelated to Valorant, but it was so funny to me. So you know how like people nowadays, they complain about the 9 to 5 work schedule. Rightfully so. That shit sucks. Okay. And there were lots of these comments from like 40 to 50-year-olds who are like, bro, back in my day, yada, 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 yada. Anyways, somebody did a meta-analysis and looked like 20 to 30 years in the past, back when these 40 to 50-year-olds were entering the working force. And they were all pissed off about the 9 to 5 working schedule. They were also upset with how much they had to work. Like, can you not just, for once in your life, just validate these people? Like, whatever. It's not this act is worse. Like, it doesn't make sense, man.
Regrouping aiming.
Solo queue's just always been bad because you don't get good coordination and communication. It's just how it is. It's never been good.
Scanning ahead.
Back wall A.
Yeah, that is
Get out.
so based. They literally throw a Viper wall and this guy popped ult. Owned.
Mid door.
I whiffed.
Okay, he's playing over here. I should do his recon a bit deeper than I would throw it personally. But he's playing back here to try and hold A passively with his ultimate. Because his ult line is very effective here towards A main. He's got a lot of distance.
Pillar.
Nothing.
Yeah, I guess the B retakes are working, but I don't really approve of this defensive playbook.
Found them.
Because the enemy team has sort of identified that their B holds weak.
I know
Fake,
exactly.
And Sova really should be helping them more with this.
Joining.
But I mean, our B retakes
Go
just
back
never
side.
fail.
Nice.
Like the B retakes are hitting.
Neutralized.
What in the world?
Main, left side.
Nice, I'm
Back
dead.
to work.
That.
This guy ult.
Just win the B retake.
One's back side.
All right, well, B retake. Is he just gonna play B retake all game?
Darting.
Revealing area.
Emo.
Window.
Nice.
Bro, they just win the B retakes. Like the outcome is so unjustified, but he's just so much better.
I think that.
Shot down.
This peak is very similar to the peak nest. It feels kind of awkward to jump up and expose, but from their POV, they're like never going to be looking there. They'll be looking here. They'll be looking here. It might be looking this way. When you jump up in the middle like this, it's pretty fair. You might even have a slight advantage. Just keep in mind that there's like 2 types of jump ups. So you want to land as fast as possible. That should make sense. The slowest thing you can do is jump and then hold crouch. So don't do that. If you want to crouch, like at your landing position, you need to crouch first to do this jump as fast as possible. Or you can just jump with no crouch whatsoever. Don't crouch midair because that'll actually be the slowest of all of them. Paint diagram coming in. So we've got two different starting states. Crouch is I'm just going to represent with a shorter dude. And here's our ledge. Okay. So both a standing jump and a fully crouched jump take the same amount of time because effectively you jump the same height either way. But when you crouch midair, you basically get the height from the standing jump, but then you pick your feet up. And so you actually follow this like third trajectory where you're standing and then you crouch, which increases your air time a bit and you land later. So more time passes when you add in this crouch. I'll try and demonstrate. I'm going to do a crouch here. Again. Because you're like lifting your feet up as opposed to a normal jump here or a crouched early jump is much faster to not crouch midair on this jump. So you can either just jump up normally or you can crouch first and jump up and peek. I'm not sure which he did. They're both effective. He just jumped straight up. You see? No crouch. Now there are other jumps in this game where crouching can be better because if I do a straight jump up, on certain jumps, I can actually like lose my momentum. This is not one of them, but a crouch, besides this jump is a good example, onto these pipes. If I do a normal jump, I'm going to clip and I'm going to lose my speed. You see that? And I've got to regain it. With a crouch, you can almost dodge that clip zone just like that and do it very smoothly. It varies jump to jump, but here with a crouch, I can actually jump onto this thing without even like clipping it at all because my legs effectively, look at how smooth that was. That's with a crouch. Without a crouch, you see how I've got to like climb up onto it. He mostly plays A. He occasionally plays Nest. He never played B, and he just won retakes on repeat. Feel free to try and copy this. I'd recommend more of this Nest play. I would hold this dart a bit more often against teams like this that are hitting B on repeat, and I would integrate a B dart into this playbook if I were you.